Alright, Wheel of Time fans, or maybe just folks who like cool magic, dramatic stares, and occasionally wondering, wait, who is that again? Welcome back. Today we're diving into the Season 3 finale, and don't worry, this is a safe space for people who haven't read the books, forgot half the lore, and are mostly here for the vibes.
Because same.
So if you're confused but also kind of obsessed, I've got you. We're breaking it all down. No deep lore dives, just the stuff that made this episode work, what shocked us, and what Season 4 might look like. Let's get into it. Before we jump into the exploration, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on future videos. Thank you. Let's begin. Episode explored. Let's start with Morraine versus Lanfear in the desert, because wow, what a showdown. It opens up with Morraine and Lon stranded, and then Lanfear shows up looking like a villainess straight out of a dark fantasy dream. She's got that icy calm menace, and she goes for it. Morraine gets choked, slammed, stabbed. It's brutal. And honestly, for a minute, I thought they were actually going to kill her off. She tries to use the Sicarnan, this ancient magic amplifier she digs out of the sand. But even with that boost, she's still no match. Lanfear is just built different. She tosses Lon around like he's weightless and drives a blade into Morraine's chest like it's personal. And the way she twists the knife? Cold. But just when it looks like it's over, everything flips. Suin's death hits, and that grief kicks Morraine into a new gear. She literally pulls the blade out of her chest, and suddenly it's Lanfear who's panicking. Morraine manages to cut her, and that tiny moment of panic on Lanfear's face? Chef's kiss. It's like for the first time, she realizes she might not be invincible. Suin's death, by the way, just heartbreaking. She gets dragged through a sham of a trial, totally betrayed, and then straight up executed, beheaded. It's raw, it's brutal, and it's a huge turning point. Her last words hit hard. Loyalty to the light, love for Morraine, and a gut punch to the tower for losing its way. It's powerful, even if we didn't spend a ton of time with her this season. But it gives Morraine something to fight for again. And that moment, that rage-fueled magic burst, you could read it as cheesy, sure. But honestly, it worked. It was emotional payoff we needed.
Now, Rand.
Our chosen one shows up in the desert with another guy both claiming to be the Karn. The Ale aren't immediately sold on either of them. But then Rand drops a truth bomb. He's seen their past. The Ale used to be pacifists, followers of the Way of the Leaf. And now they're warriors who've spent generations pretending that past doesn't exist. That revelation? It's not just a lore dump, it's the prophecy. Rand's role isn't to destroy them physically, but emotionally, tear down their false identity, and force them to face who they really are. It's not the usual chosen one kneel before me moment. It's more complex, and I loved that, but it's not enough. So, Rand channels. And it starts off golden, kind of hopeful, but then the magic darkens. It turns black, the sky breaks open, and it rains in the desert. The Ale see it as a miracle, and boom, Rand is their Karn. Powerful, yes, but also terrifying. Egwene sees it, Rand's losing control. And that dark magic, it's not subtle. Male channelers are always on the edge of madness, and this moment screams foreshadowing. Rand might be the hero, but he's also a huge risk. Meanwhile, Moghedien is lurking in the background, and she's already causing chaos. She killed one of the Forsaken, Samael, and she's working with Liandrin now. They've got one of those terrifying collars, and apparently, it takes two people to control the one who wears it. You know that's going to come back in Season 4. And let's talk about Perrin for a second. His story is going more personal now. He's about to be put on trial for killing Dane's father, but fail, and two Ale women are planning to break him out. Sounds like a fantasy heist setup, and honestly, I'm into it. I want more grounded, character-driven plots next season. Also, Perrin and Fail are clearly heading toward marriage. Book readers probably saw that coming, but the show might actually give us a wedding. I want that. Give me a Sedai drama, cultural rituals, maybe a Forsaken crashing the reception. Peak fantasy television. Nynaeve's arc also had a solid payoff. She gets her powers back after almost dying. Again, thanks to Liandrin. And when she splits the waters, goosebumps. One of the best visual moments in the episode. But is this a permanent return of her powers? Or are we still stuck in only when she's angry or dying mode? I'm hoping this means she's finally coming into her own. Also, will she tell anyone? Or keep it quiet until the next crisis? Let's talk love lives. Rand's romantic future is a bit of a hot mess. In the books, he ends up with 3 lovers, none of whom are Egwene.
But the show might remix that.
Right now, we've got Egwene, Elaine, and Aviendha all orbiting around him, while Min seems to be vibing with Mat. It's a lot, but if they slow it down and build those connections properly, it could actually work. Back at the White Tower, things are not settled. Suin's gone, but it's clear Elida's reign isn't going to be smooth sailing. People like Varen aren't just going to sit quietly. There's resistance brewing, even if it's subtle for now. Oh, and Elaine's got this new magical weapon. No idea what it really does yet, but if the finale was any hint, it's going to play a major role next season, especially when the crew starts to come back together. Which brings us to the big question, are we heading toward the last battle already? Season 4 is shaping up to be huge. Rand's rising. Morraine's back in the fight. The Forsaken are moving in the shadows, and the tower is fractured. Honestly, I'm hyped. Let me know what you thought of the finale. Favorite moment? Most shocking twist? And what are you hoping for in Season 4? Because if this finale is the new standard, I think we're in for a wild ride.